Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Uh, 1 second. Let me configure my mic. All right, now can you hear me? Yeah. So the footprint that you're talking about there, so the POC there, that's a custom indicator. Yeah, it's not a built-in feature within Ninja. It's custom. Yeah. So this is yeah, that's a custom indicator. Yeah. So that's yeah, that's a custom indicator. And then the bar net delta. So you see the green numbers on the top of the bar, and then you see numbers on the bottom. If you consider that as if you consider that as a footprint, that's also a custom indicator. So you'll see it right there. So the numbers above the net deltas, it's a custom indicator called bar net delta, right? And then the POC on the bar, uh, it's from a indicator called piezo, which is the point of control. So you see how yeah, so you can actually get the same effect within NinjaTrader. They have their own built-in order flow, which has the exact same thing. So let me show you. So if you want to have the same layout um, with regular candle, you won't be able to do that. Let me just get a new chart for you. And then I'll use, they have something called a volume metric bar. Let me just open that up for you real quick. So you're referring to this one, right? The way that they have it, right? So there's no way in NinjaTrader that I know of to have it as a regular candle. They'll always show this. They'll always show these footprint information, right? For me, I still like seeing all the information. I don't need all the data in here. All I need is just the PNC on the bar there. Um, yeah, and then the bar net delta, I think they have an indicator for that as well. So this is built in NinjaTrader. So right here um, you'll see this bar. I think you already know this. Maybe oops, sorry. Yeah, I think you already know this, right? So in NinjaTrader, you have the lifetime license, right? It's called a volumetric. Again, I like my candles to be a little thinner so I can see on the left edge, right? So there's no way to make that skinnier, right? So I created a new custom indicator called P-Zone, which creates the POC um, that mimics the volumetric part, but it's POC. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, yeah, you can use the same one that's built in NinjaTrader. So you've already have it. It works, but for me, it's just way too thick. Right? It has too much information for me. And then I don't know if they have the net delta on top or bottom bar. I know that they have it down as a panel, a separate panel. What do you mean? You have these two charts. So you have, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you have one for the volumetric bar, and then you have one for the regular bar, right? Yeah, that's what I had to do before. I got sick and tired of having so many charts of the same time frame. I decided to just go ahead and just create my own indicator to kind of mimic that, so I can see the regular bars, right? Because I like to see the regular bar instead of the thick one that NinjaTrader provides you. Yeah, if you want to try it, if you want to try it, I can give you a 30-day trial if you want. If you just go ahead and just on my website, if you just go ahead and just send me an email about it, and then I'll give you a code so you can use it for 30 days to see if you like that. Yeah, just go to johnqtrading.com, and then on the contact me, just send me a message, and then I'll send you back a coupon code for a 30-day free trial you can use to test out the POC bars. Uh, I can also give you the bar net delta 2 for 30 days as well, both of them, so that you can see exactly what I'm seeing right here. It's just send me an email, and I'll send you the code. Yeah, you'll need again. You might want to just try it out first if you want. It's again, the prices are pretty cheap anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you want to try them out first, yeah, I can give you a code if you want to try it first to see if you like it. Yeah, if you want that, just send me an email, and then I'll send you the code. Yeah, and then and the POC bars, by the way, it also creates these zones that you can see, supply demand zone, right? I think I have a video on it on YouTube, so you want to take a look at that as well. It has that feature as well. So you see how the zone gets created on the 1 minute? right? So right here, this 1 minute chart here, you see how I create that zone there. So um, it's a naked POC, right? So what price tends to do is just come back and try to test that, right? It likes to fill in the POC, open POC. And then if you see, I like to trade these POC zones. And then you can turn it off too if you want. It's you don't have to have it. Some people don't use the zone; they just want to see where the POC on what each of the bars. So I like it there just because it tells me whether I think I can go long or not. So for example, on this 1 minute bar right here, um, if this zone created and I wanted to go long, I would not go long, right? Because I see this massive zone building up here, right? Where uh, the idea is that where sellers are trying to sell, but they did get filled, right? So it leaves a gap, right? A naked POC that hasn't been touched. So what happens is when we want to go back and when buyers want to go in and test this area again, the idea is that if sellers are still in control, they'll start offloading their shares, right? Their contracts. So if this is a resistance zone, then you know buyers come in, sellers, the people that haven't sold, have a second chance to sell, to short, um, um, to short here, right? So I like to see what happens when it comes to test this, right? And then I have a video on it as well. If you go to a bunch of other YouTube on the analysis and stuff like that, um, you'll see how I trade that, right? Actually, I'll send you a just send me an email and then I'll go ahead and send you the code as well as the video that I explained how I trade this. You can also see it in my blog as well. It's actually in the blog, but you have to be, I think, a member to see that. And the membership is free. So it's So this looks like a good short here, right? So take a look at the 1 minute, right? POC top of the bar, 5 minute, POC top of the bar, right? This is a good short in this zone right here. The only thing that's stopping me from trading that is if you look at the 15 or 30 minute, take a look at the POC, right? It's at the low of the bar. So, and plus it's almost at the open. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to confluence, right? The 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minute kind of have to match up, right? So even though that was a good short for a little scalp there, you see the 15 minute right here. Um, you see that this POC on the 15 is at the low of the bar. So there's going to be buyers stepping in. So when you do trade the POC, always use the higher time frame, right? So take a look at the 30 minute, right? You'll see the POC below the bar. So that would be a good short on the 1 and the 5, but the 15 to 30 can confirm, right? Because the POC is at the low of the bar. And plus you're right against this red line here is overnight VWAP, right? So that's also not a good short, right? Because everything is kind of, this is going to be a big support here. And then yeah, you also see that um, you're right at the open here. So you got 2 minutes into the open. So I'm waiting for confluence. So there's no trade there just because, like I said, the 1530 didn't confirm. And then down here, you'll see that it's almost time for the open. So the open is going to be pretty volatile. So yeah, if you did take a short, your first target will be probably right here on this 5 minute POC zone right here, right? Which happens to coincide with the 61% retracement right here. So you'll see it's going to be choppy here, right? A 30 to 15 are telling me to buy. Um, the 1 and the 5 telling me to short. So there's really no trade right away just because there's no confluence. So you see this 5 minute P zone there, it's kind of holding, right? The buyer stepping in. If it breaks it, then sellers are kind of in control. So it's holding this P zone really nice here on the 5 minute. Now, if it breaks that, then obviously we have some support down here. Again, today's gonna be a pretty big gap, right? So it might take a long there. Waiting for the 1 minute and waiting for the 5 minute to confirm. So if the POC on the 5 minute comes down to the bottom of the bar, I will likely go along. And I need the 1 minute to also confirm. Yeah, no trade there so far. You see how the 1 minute POC, the close is below the POC, so that's not long for me. So yeah, I'm looking for a long here. So the issue right now is that the VWAP it's declining on the 1 minute, so it's probably going to bounce off that. So that's a valid signal for the 1 minute for short, right? But again, the 5 minute they confirm that, the 15 minute they confirm that, the 30 minute they confirm that. So I'm not taking that short. That's a valid short on the 1 minute because it hit the zone, right? POC above the bar, right? But the 5 minute they confirm that. So no short there on that one. So I am looking for a long here, rather than a short. Okay, so we have a zone. A we have a supply zone just formed on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So there's no long here for me. Okay, it's looking bearish just because the POC on the 5 and the 1, right? Top of the bar on both the 1 and 5 and the 15 and the 30. Looks like buyer stepped in. Again, no short until this I mean no long until this zone gets broken. The red zone that you see on the 1 and the 5 minute. Yeah, it could just do a breakout right here on the 1 and the 5, the top side. It's kind of overbought here. So you see the 1 minute PLC there, just shift at the top. So I'm looking for sure that zone there, this red zone on the 1 minute. So you kind of see an exhaustion out there on the 1 minute. So no trade until it hits the zone for me. Now I need that bar, the 1 minute bar to give me a signal. Go short within the zone right here. So the 1 minute has to close. PLC must be at the top of the bar. On the 5's confirming now. So my stop will be just above the zone here if I do take this trade. Now I could just go and break right through it, but I have another zone at 19,373.75. That's another zone. That's a possible short there. So let's take a look here. I got 5 seconds. Yeah, no trade yet. PLC happens to be on the 1 minute below the close, so no trade. 5 minutes confirming that the sellers are coming back in. Now you can't take that short just because you see that PLC zone just created on the 1 minute, right? It touched it. So we'll see if buyers stepping in here. Yep, buyers are stepping in a little bit. 5 minutes confirming it's a short. But I can't take that because the 1 minute is not giving it to me. So my next level is 19,373.75. So that 1 minute zone is holding up right here. It's holding up pretty good, unless it breaks it. So I can't take this trade because the 1 minute's not telling, it's not confirming, it's not even giving me a trade there on the 1 minute. Because you see the zone there, right? The POC zone, the 1 minute. The bullish POC zone, the supply zone, right? So there you go, it bounced right off that zone. So now it's coming up to 19,373.875 is what I'm looking at next for short. Okay, yeah, sellers are just coming in here. You can see the 5 minute, the POC top of the bar, right? Inside that zone. It kind of actually broke the zone, right? It broke the zone. Coming back. Yeah, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minutes, confirming a short as well. There's the POC top of the bar. I don't have an entry on a short right now because I based it on the 1 minute. So there's some support right here on the 1 minute. Okay, it's going to come up and test this 5 minute POC here. So I might take a short on that POC if it goes up there. It might not. So I could do a stop limit right here as well. Because it's going to break that zone, right? If it's going to break that zone, I'm in. Gonna sell one there. Stop just above that. All right, I'm out. That's a nice $200 win. So the reason I took that is because that zone there, it was about to break, right? And you see the POC on the 15 and the 5 confirm that. Okay, so there's some support here at the VWAP and EMA. So there's buyers now stepping in. You see the POC shifted on the 5 minute and the 1 minute, right? It shifted, so buyers are stepping back in. Yeah, so this is how you kind of trade that. You kind of see price action, right, by the bar. So this is the way I kind of trade. So there's buyers stepping in now. You see the POC on the 5 minute, right? Now, if it breaks it, there's still selling action coming in, but I don't think so. I think buyers are stepping in here. Now, there's a zone there. So on the 1 minute, if you look at the 1 minute, you'll see that the VWAP on the daily, on the current session, you see the VWAP, the red one, which is the overnight session. It's coming down to the confluence, right? So there's no way you could short here, right? No way I could short here because there's so many confluence underneath it. Plus you're at the 50% retracement on the 1 minute. You got the 61 right below that. So yeah, there's no way I would take a short here at all. So there you go. Buyers are stepping in now. So during this time, around this time area, it'll begin to chop here, right? Because there's no, I can't short on the 1 minute. I can't short on the 1 minute. I can't go long the 1 minute because it's already been, that zone's already been hit. Now it's coming up to the 1 minute zone right here. I can't really short that because, I see a lot of buyers coming in. So unless I could short this 1 minute, if the POC on the 5 minute confirms that as well, which it isn't, right? The POC on the 5 minute is at low of the bar. There you go. It's coming into the zone right now. On the 1 minute, you can take a quick scalp there off that zone, off the 1 minute zone. You see how it bounced right off it? Again, you can't take that. The POC is still at the low of the close, right? So you can't take that short. Right? It's hitting that zone and it's rejecting it now, but the POC is not confirming that for me, right? There you go. Look at that zone on the 1 minute. It's holding really nice. All right, it's coming back to the 1 minute POC. On that POC, it bounced right off it. Guess what? It's going to go back and test it, I bet. But again, the 5 minute doesn't confirm that, right? I can't take that short on the 5 minute either because the POC is at the low of the bar. Yeah, that's a nice 215 right there on the one trade. Okay, now it's coming back to the 5 minute POC here. So I think it's just going to chop here between this 1 minute zone that you see here and the 1 minute zone that's just created down here. I think it's just going to chop here a little bit, consolidate, and then it'll decide what it wants to do next, right? All right. You see that the 5 minute the POC zone just created. Now it's going to have resistance right there. All right, took out the 1 minute POC, the supply zone. It took it out, but look at that rejection right there, right? So there's a possible short here, but it's trying to break this high here. It's trying to break the 5 minute high. You see that? It's trying to break that. If it breaks it, that's the next level of resistance up here. So it's trying to break this, but you got some resistance right here, right? The zone just created. So there's the possibility of a short there on the 5 minute. And you see the bar. Take a look at the 1 minute bar, right? That's pretty bearish. Let's see what happens when I test the 5 minute here zone. So there it's coming up to the 5 minute here. I don't know if they can catch it because there's a lot of bearish action right now. POC top of the bar 5 minute, POC top of the bar in the 1 minute, right? It's sellers coming in. But again, you can't take this short because take a look at the EMA, the orange line. This is the 1 minute EMA, right? It's going to bounce right off that, and then it has support down here. So I think it's just going to chop right here on the 1 minute, right? It's going to chop between that and this. All right, one trade a day. I'm probably gonna call it here pretty soon. I have a meeting in about 3 minutes, so I usually end around 7 o'clock Pacific. But yeah, this could be a short here on the if it comes up to that zone in the 5 minute, right? And you see sellers coming in, right? 15 POC top of the bar, 5 minute top of the bar, right? So this is very bearish, right? For me to take a trade, it has to be in the zone, right? It has to be in a naked POC zone for me to take that trade. So now buyers are stepping in. You see the POC, it blew through that POC on the 5 minute, right? It's beginning to come up to the zone. I hope that was educational there. One trade a day. I'm, I'm probably going to call it right here because I have a meeting in 2 minutes there. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, if you wanted that 30-day trial, the indicator, just let me know. Just send me an email, and then I can